Greetings, YouTube. This is Rhett at Rolling Forward. The previous video was about me being moved, about the transport of my body, myself, from the initial hospital where I was placed after my injury, stayed there for, call it 6 weeks, and then transferred to the large rehabilitation center in Downey, a Los Angeles suburb, via ambulance. And that stuff was all being done to me. I mean, the plans were made without my input, pretty much, and that's what had to happen. You know, an acute hospital, then it's time to go to rehabilitation. That's what one does. Unbeknownst to me, having never become disabled before, there I was. So this video is going to be a little bit more about my state of mind. Where was I at this time? What was going on in my mind while these things were being done to me, while my future was being planned and executed, and I was going along for the ride. That's all I really had to do, was just lay there, and that's what I did. I wanted to go to Rancho. I believed that was the logical next step. However, I had no idea what that meant or what that represented. What was rehabilitation for someone who had recently become paralyzed? I didn't know what I would be doing or what would be done to me. I was also, frankly, afraid of the move, afraid of being taken out of the relative comfort and feelings of safety lying in that circle electric bed. It was familiar. I knew how it worked. It had rotated multiple times a day for 20 or 30 days. I was familiar with it, and I felt safe. I wanted to be at Rancho Los Amigos. I feared the transportation. I feared the move. I feared being injured. I felt fragile. I was paralyzed. I couldn't protect myself with my arms. I couldn't anticipate movements. It was scary. That's what I can say. It was new. There were many advantages to moving to this new rehab center. My mother, who had been staying in Riverside, we're about 70 or 75 miles from our family home. She had been staying with friends in Riverside since my injury, and it would allow her to get back home and to live home, since this rehab center was a relatively short 30-mile drive from our home rather than 75 miles to the first hospital. I was looking forward to being there. I was not looking forward to the transportation day. Again, I was frightened of being injured. This feeling of fragility is something I want to address more in the future, and I will. But my state of mind was confusion, feeling as though the medical world saw this as the beginning of my future, as the next step from acute hospitalization. And so I resolved, I concurred, I passively went along with going to Rancho. It worked out well, and we will have more details of that in some immediate upcoming videos. And with that disclosure of my fear, I think I'll end it here. And I want to say thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. And so for now, ciao.